Last week, through a video that I posted online here live, I shared 3 perspectives that I believe we need to have when we have to lead our team through a crisis like we have today. This came out of a conversation that I was having with a group of entrepreneurs and leading them through, because they're having the same struggles you and I are having. Perspective number 1 was everything worthwhile is uphill. And in this perspective, I mentioned 3 simple points. Number 1, we're not given what I call an overcoming life. We're given life as we overcome. Number 2, we often have these uphill hopes, but downhill habits. And number 3, crisis never leaves us the same. Now, the second perspective I covered last week is this simple one. There's always an answer. If you think there's an answer, you can become a victor. If you believe there isn't an answer, you become the victim. But here's the thing. Either way, we make a choice. And the third perspective I covered last week was to allow adversity to help you discover who you really are. Sure, sometimes crisis closes one door and you have to choose to open another door. Now this brings me to a few additional perspectives that have helped me lead through this crisis. It's not been easy. The first one is this: always look for the big picture. So simply, what's the difference between a big picture and a small picture perspective? A small picture is small mainly because it's about who? Yourself. You can't see anyone else because all you see is yourself and the pain you're going through. A big picture actually starts to include others. Now here's the thing. Immature leaders, and I was one of those, only see their own problems. Maturity is the process of understanding that the world is actually composed of other people. But keep in mind, maturity doesn't always come with age. You have to choose this perspective. You have to determine your actions. And as a result, always think of the big picture. The second perspective to leading during crisis, especially at a time like this and any time, is feed your faith and starve your fears. Here's the thing. Whatever you focus on expands. If you focus on faith, it expands. If you focus on fear, your fear will expand. Now, I'm not saying you can get rid of fear. We all have it. You can't totally eliminate it. But as long as you're alive, you're going to have negative emotions. The question is not, do you have faith or do you have fear? Do you have faith you can get through the problems? The question is, who's going to win? What's going to win? Faith or fear? Whatever you feed will win. Do not feed the beast, and the beast is fear. Whatever you focus on will expand because both are present all day inside of you. Ask yourself this question. Are you a faith pusher or a fear pusher? If you feed your fear or feed the fear of your team, your entire team becomes emotionally stuck. When people are fearful, they don't move. Look, as a leader, you need to drive realistic faith in yourself. What can you accomplish? And within your team. Look, again, these aren't complicated perspectives. In fact, they're quite simple to understand. But they're necessary when leading your teams during crisis and really any other time. You can choose the perspective you have when leading your team. Is it easy? No. Is it simple? Yes. But here's the thing. The perspective that you have as a leader is your choice. The perspective much of your team has is driven by that